What's up, YouTube? So the other day I was on chess.com and I ran into this functionality where you can play Beth Harmon at her different ages. And if you don't know who Beth Harmon is, it's probably because you haven't seen the Queen's Gambit. So you should probably go watch it. But anyway, so today I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be playing against Beth Harmon from age 8 until whenever she won the World Championship. And we'll see how I do. So let's go. Okay, so if you Google Beth Harmon or play Beth Harmon or BethHarmonChess.com, you will get this website on chess.com where you can play with Beth Harmon. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go. All right, so here we go. Beth, 8 years old, 800. So Beth has just started playing chess. She still falls for traps and doesn't see certain types of tactics, but she is improving quickly. Can you beat her before she becomes too strong? I bet I can. So let's play. Hello, let's start the game. E4. E4 is what Mr. Schreibel used to play. E4, E5, let's go with a quick mate because I know she fell for this, but now apparently she knows it. Okay, I mean, I still have a lot of tricks up my sleeve, so let's just go with those. Okay, knight takes, very risky. There's many moves here, but I'm just gonna play d takes, and now maybe queen h5 looks good. I don't know, let's just end this really quickly. Or not. F4 maybe. Just, I need that mate. F5. Okay, now I'm just winning all the pieces. Which one? Let's take the bishop first. And then let's take the knight. What is this? G6? Seriously? Beth, aged 8? Okay. Now I have to figure out what the fastest way to pull a checkmate is. If I play G3, queen takes C4, bishop takes H6 check, rook takes H6, queen G8 is checkmate, and I bet you that's what's going to happen. And there we go, just like I said. Well, this is easy to see when you're playing against an 8-year-old. Let's try something harder. Hello, let's start the game. So I think this is, yep, this is age 9. I don't think you can improve that much in 1 year, right? You'll improve, definitely, but you will still fall for traps. So let's just play a trap opening. Okay, come on, f6, seriously, f6. Don't tell Ben Feingold that she played f6. Okay, takes. Oh, come on. 9 years old, you should know better. Okay, what's the best move here? f7, king e7, bishop g5. I think that's checkmate. All right, there we go. That was a quick one. So Beth, age 9, was somehow worse than Beth, aged 8. All right, let's go to h10. I need a challenge. Can you provide that? Oh, so now she's talking smack. She doesn't know who she's playing against. Ruby Lopez, Italian game, Scotch game, King's Gambit. Which one are we playing? Because I know them all. Oh, really? Do you know d4? Queen, what? What? 10 years old, and you're playing queen h4. Mr. Schreibel needs to teach you better. Okay, knight c3. Already white is winning here. And now she wants the e4 again. What's the best move? Should I play? Where's the timer? I need a timer so I can play faster. Because then it's not fair. Okay, anyway. I can take, queen takes, and then bishop e3 maybe. Or knight f3. No, queen takes e4. Okay. So queen d3 seems to be the best move. Let's just go with that. Queen e7, knight f3. And now knight takes, knight c6, bishop e3, takes. Now I want the g7, of course. Okay, f5 looks strong, but it's actually pretty weak, if I say so, because now if I cancel alongside, I think I can open up the position and then the e file is all mine. So, all right, c5, clever move. But if I play knight d5, that looks strong. Knight d5. But then queen g5, bishop e3. Let's see. Queen takes e4. F takes e4. So maybe I can. There's a lot of moves here. Queen g3. Give me the queen and give me knight c7. Seems good. Oh, I win a queen. And then queen takes g7, and then queen back, g4. And there should be a mate in about, let's say, 12 moves, roughly. Okay, bishop c4, queen h5. And I need some water. Okay, king d8, bishop takes, and then I'll bring the rooks, and okay, now she's just opening up the position, which is really bad for her. Bishop g4 is a free piece, kind of, because after queen takes, knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes, queen takes, I'm winning. Like there's just nothing for black here. So, you know what Mr. Schreibel told her, right? You resign. You don't start, you don't keep playing, you resign. But apparently she didn't learn the lesson. Do you think this check leads to something? Huh, I know it leads to something. All right, now the plan is rook f6, and b6 is coming, and now it's the fastest mate. So I like pawn moves, so let's go with b4 and b5. All right, and now if you want to do a checkmate, we can do c4, rook takes rook, queen c3, king a4, queen b3, right? King a5, queen a3, and that's checkmate. So let's see if she falls for it. She does not. Well, I can still do the same idea though. Okay, now, seriously, just resign. Resign and make this video shorter than it needs to be. All right, queen b3, queen a3, and that is game. Okay, oh, h15. So apparently you go from h10 to h15 in this world. I would love to play you. It has been a while since I was able to play games. All right, that's why. And now she's rated 1800 something, and she knows the Sicilian. So let's see if she knows. You know, I'll play what Borgov played against her. How about that? She should play knight c6, but she doesn't. So it's either that I'm misremembering what she plays at this level, or the programming is wrong. But anyway, Sicilian, it's all fine. c4, I think, is a variation that is okay. Knight c3. I was never good at theory, that's for sure. Alright, so now this is hanging, and I don't know, f3 seems fine. Or maybe knight to b3. Is that something that's played here? You know, I'm just going to go knight b3. Okay. Queen back, interesting. I can play really aggressive here and play f4. because she went queen a5 and queen d8, and she's just giving me a lot of time. And now I just develop. Bishop goes to e3, e5, e5. Really? So there, you can transpose into this position if you're black, or should I say, the structure for black is usually known as the Sveshnikov defense or the Kalashnikov, but you don't play it this way where white has a lot more time than you. But so anyway, in the interest of time, I will just play quickly and develop the pieces. All right, takes, bishop e6, nothing's hanging, I can castle comfortably. Rook c8, she wants to put pressure on the c4 pawn, but that's not going to do much. What's the best way to just go ahead and attack and finish the game quickly? I can give a pawn on e4, right? Knight d5, knight takes e4, and then just gain some tempos. I don't know, maybe she doesn't know how to defend yet. Yep, she took the bait. Bishop f3 or d3. If I go d3, I can have attacks on the king side, which I'm all for. So let's go bishop d3, knight back, and now I can put a nice pin. e1, e2, let's just go with and then bishop e7. You know, I could take the knight, or I can play bishop g5, bishop e7. That looks nice. Bishop g5. Now I can take the dark squared bishop. All right, and now I have the two bishops. So, and the position's opened, so I'm very comfortable here. Let's see, so knight e5, it's kind of annoying, but I guess it also gives me the d4. So something, I have to move my queen. There's just no doubt about that. So I can go, yeah, knight e5 is a bit annoying. But I can take the knight, ruin the pawn structure, and then just go maybe develop queen e2. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna give up my my light squared bishop, I guess. So queen e2. Yep, knight e5. And now, let's see, if I play rook e1, then if she takes, I'll take. And then she can't take with the knight, because then there's the pen. But she can take with rook. Then the question is there any trick up my sleeve? Not that I can directly see it, but enough analysis, and let's just break up the position open. Let's go c5. I bet you didn't think of that. All right, h6, check. This check doesn't scare me, she says. Well, maybe it doesn't scare you yet. How about now? How about now? Thank you for the knight. Okay. And now, well, queen takes g5. There has to be a way to just take the advantage. Queen takes, queen c7. Okay. Knight d4. Rook h5, very nice move. Check. Queen takes. Rook takes f6. Does that work? Rook takes, takes. Does not work. What about rook? Nope. Let's see. I can just go back. There's no reason I should do anything fancy. Alright. Yeah, I should play quicker. Queen takes queen. Let's see where this endgame goes, even though I'm down. But we know she's not strong in endgames, so maybe I'm not that strong either. So knight f5. Oh, rook takes. Wow. Like, I knew she wasn't strong in endgames, but rook takes knight? Seriously? Anyway, let's go check. She went back. Let's go rook d5. Oh no, now you're just, what is this programming? No one gives a piece like that when they're rated 1800. There's just no way. At this point, you just resign. G4. Now, how do I pull off the checkmate? Now, yeah, I should have thought about this. Okay, anyway. I'll just take. Now she wants the pawn, and then I go king g3. Rook goes back. I go for the other pawn. And then I take it. And then check. Okay. I can do h4. h4 looks really nice. Now, I just trade off the rooks. And do we seriously have to continue this game? Like, does she not learn from Mr. Schreibel? Okay, I'm just going to edit this out so you don't have to see all of this. Alright, so I've beaten all Beth Harmons to date, but now she's 17 and she's rated 2400, which is like an international master. I need more experience versus Grandmasters. Are you that strong? No, I'm not a Grandmaster, but, you know, I'll try. E4, let's go. I noticed that I'm always white. I guess I could change it, but it's too late now. So now she plays the French, and she says the French is not a good opening. So then why are you playing it? All right, c4. Let's see if she knows this. Maybe, maybe not. Knight c3, f4. Really? Is that a variation? Bishop d6. I really don't know my theory, but I can bet you bishop d6 is not a theory move. And if you fact check me and it turns out that it is a theory move, then you should probably not take opening advice from me. All right, let me just play d3, because I don't have to play e5 right now. I can play whatever I want. Okay, bishop e3. Interesting. Very interesting. So knight g4, I can play bishop g1. I don't see any problems. Right, and then I take. Now I have queen takes g4, which is pretty nice. And now, okay, so if I move the knight, queen a5 check, and then I'm basically forced to move the king, but it's okay because I have an extra piece. So the question is, where should I put my knight? Should I go with knight d1? You know, I could play knight b1. That's a good move. Knight b1. Yep, and now I play knight d2. So you might think that putting your knight back where it started is a bad move, but it's actually a really good move. Sometimes. Alright, now I want to develop. And I want to castle as soon as possible. But knowing that I could, knowing that I have an extra piece, and knowing my kind of game style, I'll probably lose the game. Alright, bishop e2, bishop f2, or I can cancel after. The queen's really, 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 really. Alright, b4, queen d8, and now I basically have the command of the position. Bishop f2, I guess. f5, interesting, takes, and now I can just simply move maybe to f3, probably f3. Alright, back to h3. Okay, she's playing aggressively even though she's going to lose pretty quickly now. I could play queen h5, and the idea is I can give her this pawn, which she'll be greedy maybe, or not. Either case, I'm going to play something like bishop h4. Well, I won't say no to exchanging pieces. So, now comes the great move, king f2, which basically says game over for me. Because, okay, kind of messed up, but it's okay. I told you I'm going to mess up. So now bishop e3 is coming, and, well, bishop takes g2 is also a good idea. So where do I put the knight? I can go knight b3. Yep. Now, play rook g1, bishop e3, takes. Not so well for me. If I play rook to e1, then the bishop is hanging and it has to go back. So that's probably the best idea here. Let's just go rook to e1. Alright, bishop h. I can go back, right? There's nothing wrong with this. Bishop e3. King e2. Bishop g5 is losing. Yeah, that's a bad move. I take d4 is a bad move. So bishop e3, well, bishop e3, king g3, f4 is a nice checkmate for black. So in this case, how do you stop the checkmate? That is the question. I can give the exchange. Let's just give the exchange because I don't see a quick way around it. Okay, and now king goes to e2, f4, takes, and now I lose. King f1. Okay, now this is a very interesting position. Knight d4, rook f4, bishop g3 looks like the safest. b5, really? What about c5? Now I have a passed pawn, two passed pawns, just like hers. Okay, rook c1, and I'll make a queen of my own. So now she wants this, but I can always play d4 and maybe bishop e5. Well, let's just go c6 for now. c7. Right, and now, how do I win? Rook or knight. Knight takes, rook takes. Maybe bishop e5 to fix the position. Right, and now comes knight a5 with ideas. Knight c6, knight a7. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, knight c6. And now we go with knight to a7. Okay, this is interesting. I think game is over. Right, so now the question is, how do you win in the fastest way possible? So knight d6, rook takes b4. Is there any trick that I can pull off? d5 maybe? Rook takes b4, what's the idea? Rook c7 check, followed by, well, I don't want to give up my pawn, so let's just go bishop d6, and then after bishop c5 you basically fix, well, there's the knight, so I have to do that first. And then the bishop is hanging, so I could just play, I don't know, d5, does that work? Does the plan work? What to do, what to do? I guess I can go with the rook from behind. So check. And now, how do I checkmate? Is there no way to checkmate? There has to be a way. I feel it. Luke. If I do another check, king d5, check, king c6 or c4, takes, that doesn't help. Alright. What if I play rook c3? Looks interesting. King goes back. And now if I take, king takes, and I take here, I guess I can win. Bishop c5. I can take. Then I can take. Alright, now it's game over. Took me a while to see how to stop both pawns. And I don't know if she had something better to do. I really don't. But now I can just go rook. Pawn will be promoted. Unless she wants to give me a checkmate. Yeah. Okay. Let's go rook. And now we go pawn. Check, king. Okay, I'll edit this out. You don't have to see all of this. Okay, so now I'm playing against age 20 Beth Harmon. So I've beaten all of the Beth Harmons up until age 20, and now she's rated 2500. And now she says, hello, I'm looking for a challenge. Can you provide that for me? So she's always looking for a challenge, and she always loses. So what's up with that? So let's go, e4 for the fifth time, I think. All right, e4, e5, d4. I'm just gonna make it fun. Oh, she's playing a Gambit. Now it's really a Gambit. I was gonna say Queen's Gambit, but it's not really Queen's Gambit. All right, knight c3, just developing. She develops, I develop. Nothing too fancy going on. Where should I put my bishop? Let's go to e2. Let's play h3, prophylactic move. Now she's moving the bishop twice because she wants e4. And if I trade queens, and then I play something like, well, yeah, it is bothering now. Well, I'm going to end up with double pawns anyway. So I could just trade queens and play bishop d3. That looks fine. Oh, so apparently she doesn't want to double my pawns. So I'll just play bishop g5. Maybe I'll double her pawns. And now we play the endgame, where there's a lot of stuff to do. Let's try first to play something like knight to e2. And so here we can play g3, looks okay. But now I have to remember that h3 is hanging if I move my rook. And now, well, I'm actually very comfortable if she takes my bishop, because then I can take with the c-pawn, and I can play, I can play in the center. It'll be very comfortable. So let's just go a3 and take. And now I'm still a pawn up. We're in the endgame. She has double pawns. I feel like I can comfortably win this. Okay. d4 seems okay. What is this? It's penned. So f5 is a good move, but it also opens up the position for her. If I take, there's also bishop d5. Then, yeah, bishop d5 is coming, and it's kind of annoying. So maybe I can play rook e1, and if she takes, then I can move my knight, or I can play maybe a king move, and then if she takes on e4, maybe I can go back knight d2, and then once she moves her bishop, I can take on e4. Let's try that. So hopefully I calculated this right. So after bishop d5, I was hoping I could play f3, f5, knight d2, seems okay. And now I want to bring my rooks, and as soon as I bring in my rooks, then it's game over. Should I start with rook to e1? Oh, did you see this check coming? I did not. I don't know if it's really that bad. So I can play king to c2, bishop takes d2, king takes d2, bishop takes f3, and then, yeah, what if I play b4? Then c takes b4, a takes b4, and then rook c8 check, and now I have to move my king, and as soon as I move my king, bishop takes b4 is coming. But then I can play knight f4 check, king d6, knight takes, king takes, rook e5 check, king d6 maybe, and then rook takes f5. Or if I play b4, c takes, a takes, rook c8, king d3, she does not have any bishop c4 checks, So let's just go with that. Okay, so she went back, and now I play knight f4 check, and I get rid of this. Do I want to get rid of it? I mean, it's pretty annoying, just smack dab in the center of the board, controlling everything. But now, we have a problem. Unless I play g4, double exclamation mark. I like how I give myself exclamation marks. Okay. Bishop g3, nothing there. King d3, simple move. Okay, and now d4 is hanging, knight b3, bishop e5. Am I losing this pawn? Did I calculate this right? Knight b3, bishop e5. Oh, she did not. Rook b5. What if I play knight to c5, rook takes b4. What comes after is unknown. What if I play rook g1? And she goes back with the bishop. And then what? What is the plan here? I don't want to play something like rook a4. That's just terrible chess. Okay, knight c5. Rook takes b4. What else do I have? Rook e6 check. King to f7. And that's basically it. What if I play... Okay, so, you know what? This e4 square is really nice for my knight, if I can go knight c5. So maybe I can take first, and then we'll see what happens. It's kind of complicated here. Let's take first. Yeah. And now what if I play something like, I don't know, king to c3, rook goes back, and then what do I have? Not much, I guess. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have played that. But in any case, if I go check first, king moves, then I play king c3, rook goes back, and then let's say I take a pawn on h6, rook c8 check, king to b2, seems okay. But then again, it's almost 12 and I'm playing chess. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to mess up. There we go. I just messed up. How did I not see that? King takes f5. Like it was right there. Okay, so now if I play, there's no mating ideas. And the b4 pawn's hanging, the knight is hanging, the rook is hanging. My life's hanging. It's all hanging. So knight c5, rook takes, check. And then I move my king. And I'm basically losing at this point. So maybe I can just retreat with something. I played... Okay, knight c5. Yes, I did see it coming. Alright, so now, where should I place my king? If I go this way, it seems very risky, trapping myself. If I go this way, I lose the knight. So, is this losing? Seems like it's losing. Definitely feels like it's losing. Okay, no more tricks. Knight to e4, king takes e6, knight takes g3. Yeah, it's still losing. What about rook takes? That's checkmate. So that doesn't work. Knight d3, king takes, I lose an exchange. How do I salvage this? Takes b6 doesn't work. Takes h6, takes. Am I lost? Is this it? Do I lose to 2500 h20 Beth? Let's go with, I don't know, 94. I don't see anything else. Let's see if she got stronger in the end game. She should win comfortably. What kind of plans do I have? That's the question. King e3. Rook to c1. Check. Leave me alone. Yeah. I don't think there's a point in continuing this. Being humiliated on the internet in front of everyone. Yeah, it's over. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. All right, so that's it. I lost. Is there another level to this, or is this the last Beth? I wonder. So how do I resign? There we go. Resign. Let's see. So apparently there are. Which one did I lose to? So I played Beth 8, Beth 9, Beth 10, Beth 15, Beth 17, Beth 20. So apparently I lost at Beth 20, which is 2700. Wait, no, this isn't it. This one. Yeah, so Beth 20, 2500 playing strength. Beth is ready to take on the world's best players and is getting invites to top events for the opportunity to prove herself as a Grandmaster. Will you accept the invite? So I don't feel bad losing against the Grandmaster. That's for sure. The next level was 22, which was the last level. And it's when she, I think, becomes world champion. 2700 playing strength. Beth has been dreaming of playing the world championship for 2 years and aspires to be the youngest world chess champion ever. Do you dare stand in her way? I do not. I lost to H20. I do not want to lose again to H22. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. We learned that I can play Beth Harmon up until H20 before she can just beat me. And I don't even want to try H22 because I know I'll be destroyed. So I hope you liked this video. Hit that like button, give us a subscribe, and have a good one.